Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Jake Sick with Jacob Elyachar Podcast. It is so special because I have a reality TV icon in as my guest. We first met her on Big Brother 12, where she won 2 HOHs, but then came back a year later as the winner of Big Brother 13. She won 4 HOHs and 2 Vetos. And also, she was not done yet. She was on The Amazing Race for 3 different times, and she teamed up with her husband to win Celebrity Fear Factor. I'm so honored and thrilled to welcome Rachel Reilly.
Woo! Thank you. That's some introduction. I appreciate it.
Rachel, I gotta say this. A lot of my friends who are Big Brother fans are so happy that I'm talking with you. No one knows this, so this is a surprise podcast.
Oh, yay! Well, I'm super excited and tell them thank you for the support.
All righty, so we are going to get down to it because first of all, I'm going to have to say this. A lot of fans were really hoping that you were coming back in.
Yeah, I honestly would have loved to be in this season. I've been waiting for them to do All-Stars. I've been waiting for them to have me back again. But, I guess timing is everything, as they say, and I got pregnant. It's so funny. I think I literally took my pregnancy test the day before they called me, and it was March. And I was like, you guys are a month late. And they were just like, oh no. And I was like, I know, I'm so disappointed. It was like, I was looking forward to it. But, maybe there will be like a winner's season or coaches or something that they might bring me back for.
You would be a fabulous coach. And
Thank you.
And also a Legends that War, Winners that War. It would be phenomenal seeing you play again. It would be a lot.
Yeah, I would love to do I would love to do Big Brother again in general. Like anytime that I do Big Brother, I always have such a good time and I'm so competitive and I play the game. I play with my full heart and I never give up. So I think that, any of these shows I do, right? So I think that for me, it's just going to be timing and hopefully I'll go back. And when I go back, we can all cheer me on, I guess.
So what did you think of this cast?
I love the cast. I think they got a lot of really great all-stars. I think that, in my opinion, I think that the legends they brought back, like with K-Star and with Janelle and Keisha, it was so fun to see. And then I love, Kevin Campbell. And honestly, the whole cast is great. I thought that they got a lot of really fun people to watch. And I thought that, I don't know, everyone is fun. Everyone seems like they came to play. They're really gaming hard already. So we're in store for a really good season.
I'm glad to hear it. But even though that you're not a part of this cast, you're part of the 2 things in the house. You're part of the kitchen mural with Dan, with Danielle, with Reyes, with Derek, with Dr. Will, with Casey. And also you were part of the BB Comics room. So what does it mean to you to be part of not 1, but 2 house rooms in the house?
That is also an honor, obviously. I can't believe that they had my picture on the wall. It was so cool. And then obviously to do the BB Comics room was so fun. And I saw some pictures of myself in the gray room that people have sent me with all the black and white photos. I really love this house. I thought that it was so fun. Obviously I'm on the wall, but besides that, I thought it was so fun to see the spray paint murals and the room that my favorite room is the camera room with the black and white photos, because I feel like if I was in the house and playing as an all-star and I went into that room, I would just be like, oh my gosh, this is all the great moments of Big Brother that they've caught on camera. And it's so nostalgic for fans, but also I think as a player, it's nostalgic to see that. And it's just so I feel like it just is, it's just so exciting. And then the comic room is fun. Everything about the decorations in the house are fun. The outside is fun. I think they really went all out for this all-star cast. Just exactly anything I could have dreamed of.
I totally agree. And also I have a feeling, a sneaky suspicion with the camera room, that could be used in the future for a Veto competition or HOH competition, or even the final, because that would be perfect for Big Brother history.
I'm hoping they do something where they incorporate more Big Brother history, and I'm hoping that they do something where they incorporate the camera room, you guys have looked at it all season, or even that comic book room. I mean, people are like in there looking at the pictures. So I'm hoping that they do some sort of like Big Brother history kind of competition. I think it would be hard for a final because, you know, like if people aren't paying attention. But I like the finals, how they've been doing them. But I would love to see some sort of history competition for an HOH or something.
I totally agree. So I want to ask your opinion. What did you think of Cody as the first HOH?
You know, I thought Cody killed that stupid competition. 22 seconds. It was like, I don't know if he should have gone so hard, but it's hard when you're the second person. He probably wasn't even thinking because he was just like trying to win. And then I think you don't think about it like if he would have gone 30 seconds or like, it's just hard to time those things. But the good thing about first HOH is that nobody remembers. You get in like all the alliances. You kind of get up in everyone's business. You make deals. You figure out what's going on in the house. And then everyone forgets the first HOH, or they don't forget who the first HOH is, but they forget about like, you know, if you voted out Keisha, unless Keisha comes back. But first HOH is a great position. It's a power position. I tell everyone every season, that's my number one thing is to win the first HOH. I think it's a great spot to be in. And then Cody, you know, I think he did what he thought he was going to do for, you know, going out. I personally think he should have gone after the winners, but maybe he felt that there's bigger fish to fry that would never be on his side. And maybe he felt that like he can always go after the winners later. But I think, you know, he did what he had to do. He made deals and he was in like 12 alliances.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of alliances. But however, Janelle and Kaser did not exactly knew that they were going to be in danger. And they took for the first two people and only two people to do the safety suite. So what do you think about the twist? And did Janelle and Kaser made the right move by doing it during the first week?
Janelle and Kaser absolutely made the right move because they kept themselves both safe. They were for sure going to be nominated. Cody would have nominated Janelle right next to Kaser. So they had to do the safety suite. I don't know the rules of the safety suite. They hadn't explained it to us, but I think I wish that Janelle wouldn't have done it if Kaser was going to do it. Like, I think just one of them should have done it to save the other. But we don't know the rules. So I don't know if it's like, if only one person does it, you can't win. Like, we don't know the whole, like what, you know, goes into it. But I think they had to do it. You know, if you want to be in that game, you have to you got to play.
I agree with you on that. So last night, the group on Thursday, the group evicted Keisha over Kevin in the first unanimous vote of the season. In your humble opinion, did they make the right move?
I mean, I would obviously have not evicted Keisha. Well, I wouldn't have wanted to evict Keisha or Kevin, but I think that I don't know if I'm in that house because I have a relationship with Kevin outside of the house. I don't have the relationship I have with Keisha outside of the house. But I would have wanted to align with Keisha, but I would also have wanted to align with Kevin. So it would have been really, really hard for me to make that decision. Now, as far as the game, I think Kaser and Janelle should have. I don't know why they needed to vote with the house, but I think that they should have, you know, tried. They tried, you know, they tried to keep Keisha as much as they could. So I think Keisha will be more loyal to them, and Kevin is not as loyal to them. And they tried to keep her; it didn't work out.
I understand that. So during her conversation with Julie, Keisha revealed that she called out Cody and Enzo for not approaching her and telling her decision. Now, a lot of fans are not happy about that decision that they did not say ignored her. So, do you think that move was classist and dirty?
No, I think that when you're playing Big Brother, I think you've got to try to do everything you can to save yourself. And in the same situation, you have to expect that nobody else is going to do anything to try to save you because it's Big Brother. And they're playing an all-star season. And they're not going to be straight up to her. You know, I'm straight up. I'm honest with these people when I play the game. That's how I play. But we all know that that's not how they play. So it's kind of they're playing the game like how we would expect them to play the game.
Awesome. So now what's going on around social media since Keisha has left the house? She has whoever is allegedly posted on her social media accounts posted a statement from her that featured her 3 dogs and this. No matter what, I know that I will always have 3 votes for me with the dog emoji. Thank you for all their support. I'm truly humbled by the amount of it. A big shout out to Janelle Berniza and Yvonne Diane for the heads up. I'm rooting for you to the end. Also, a big middle finger to the men, in quotation marks, of the house, Enzo and Memphis, who give a bad name to sheep, in quotation marks. And Cody, who could never tell me the truth to my face. I came in the game thinking that I was playing against men, but none of you have the balls that even drop yet. Your partners deserve better. Big Brother 22, hashtag strong women deserve stronger men, and hashtag get some. So that's a very fiery statement.
I love her. I hope it's her. It's such a good statement. I hope that is Keisha. I think that's what we saw from Keisha in season 10. And I think that that's the Keisha that we love. That's the Keisha we kind of are like, yes, girl. And that's the Keisha we would have wanted to see, try to save herself, right? But, I think she did what she had to do. It's hard when you're up on that block the first week. You don't want to make too many waves. And she might be coming back. And if she comes back with that attitude, then she's going to really be making some waves and she's really going to make some changes in the game. I think she'll work with Janelle. I think she'll try to work with Devon. And I think we'll see her going after the guys. And I'm all for it.
Amen to that. So, however, it's so ironic that Keisha is gone, but Memphis gets his first HOH win. So who might be safe, who is in danger, and who might need to run directly into safety suites?
I'm going to guess that this week Cody is safe. I'm going to guess that this week I'm crossing fingers Janelle's safe because it seems like Memphis and Janelle have a relationship, but who knows? I think that Memphis has shown us he tried to buddy up with Cody last week, and then I guess he's in that alliance with maybe with Enzo and all them. So it looks like Memphis is gonna want to go after the. I apologize again for my little daughter.
No problem. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Adora, they said hi. Everyone said hi.
Hey, Adora.
So I think that Kesar is in danger. And I think that there's a chance that we would see him go after Nicole Anthony or a Kevin again. But I'm not 100% sure. I just don't think he has the relationships with those people.
And do you think Ian might be in danger because he was awfully close they were awfully close backdooring him?
I think that they weren't actually close to backdooring Ian. Although I think, again, when you're playing as one of the only 2 winners in the season, that you need to be worried that you're in danger every single week. It's only going to be a matter of time before they get rid of these winners, and that's an easy target. Absolutely, Memphis could put Nicole and Ian on the block because they're both winners, and then he could backdoor whoever he wants, or he could say, this is the best thing to do. You guys have already played the game and won. Nobody else here is winners. So I think that's what I would do if obviously if I'm a winner too, I'm not playing the game, but if I'm playing as one of these other house guests, that's the easy thing to do.
All righty. So you appeared on Big Brother 12 and then returned with Brendon and won Big Brother 13. What does it mean to you to be a part of Big Brother's legacy as they're celebrating 20 years on CBS?
I love that. I love Big Brother. It changed my life, but it really, for me, I've been such a fan of the show. So it's just something that it's such an honor to be part of the show, but also to get to watch and kind of be involved with the show for my whole, the past 10 years I've been involved with this show. So, I watched it the 10 years before I started. I was a huge fan. And, my sister's been on the show. My husband's on the show. I've appeared on multiple seasons as even just a guest. And so for me, it's just such a big part of my life. And it's just such an honor. And I'm so proud. It's such a fun show. It's just a fun competition show. I feel like it's like a sport. We get excited about it. There's different characters to cheer on. They bring back people, which gets you even more excited because you already kind of, who have someone to root for. So I think it's just such a fun show, and I'm just so honored to be part of it.
And we are so happy to have you. You're one of my all-time favorites. And
Thank you.
every time I'm in a brand deal like a Legends War, like before this whole coronavirus thing, I would love to have seen 40 of the best and the best battled out. You were on every brand sale I had. You were a part.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like if they did a Legends War, that would be super fun. I think a winners season would be fun, but then it's like, I don't know if the winners would be as exciting as the legends. And I see exactly what you're saying. If we could get like 20 legends and like battle it out, and even if they had to do like multiple double evictions and a quicker season or something, I think it would be
Like
so fun.
Like Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, exactly. Like a Celebrity Big Brother, maybe a little longer. Celebrity Big Brother's like 3 weeks. So even if it was between 3 weeks and 76 days.
That would be good. I think everybody would be on board for that. So anyway, you are not just only famous on Big Brother. You're on 3 times on Amazing Race. So you were twice with Brendon and once with your sister Elissa. So what were some of your favorite moments during those whole seasons?
Gosh, there's so many favorite moments on Amazing Race. I mean, honestly, like that's another thing. It's like I've been so lucky. I've done 3 seasons of this show, and looking back, win or lose, however hard it was, and when Brendon and I get frustrated about it, we're like, you know what? Like we got to travel around the world and go on these amazing adventures. And now, especially like being in quarantine and not being able to do really anything, you just really look back and you appreciate it even more. And so I think even for me, I'm just like, wow, like I went to Africa and got to jump with a Maasai warrior, and I got to go on a safari, and I have had such a fun adventure with this show in 3 seasons. Like I got to do it with my sister. I got to do it with my husband. It's just been, it's been such a cool, fun experience. I can't even explain all the fun things we've done. Like, I mean, I think Africa, I always say, is one of my favorite places that we've gone. Cause we went to Tanzania and Kenya, and it's just, I mean, breathtaking. It's something that, people pay thousands of dollars to go do. But there's been so many other cool places like Azerbaijan. I would never think to go there, obviously. Like, Paraguay, Uruguay, like, I've gone to Argentina. Traveling just everywhere, China, Japan, everything. It's just such a fun adventure. And I'm so blessed to like even get the opportunity to be on the show.
It's an incredible show. And also I was thrilled because you also this year competed on a Big Brother first versus Big Brother Canada versus Big Brother US. And on Sequester.
Sequester. I was so bad on Sequester.
I gotta say, here's the thing. You were probably one of the people that everyone wanted to see.
Oh, thank you.
And what were some of the similar and difference between Sequester versus Big Brother?
Well, I mean, it's so different. Sequester, well, I guess like I didn't take it seriously, so I just kind of played like really sloppy because I was just like, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to be like making moves. I'm going to tell people what to do, and I'm going to try to be like, this crazy player. And then it like got me in big trouble. So I think for me, like Sequester was such a different experience because you're just kind of like, in your house and like talking to people and going through like different screens, and you don't know what people are saying about you. But people take your Big Brother and your like other reality show appearances, and they put that like in their brains when you're playing Sequester. So, I was already like a target going on to that show.
You left so early.
I know. I mean, I played super aggressive, right? Like I was like, let's get rid of this girl the first, and like everyone got rid of her. And then I was like, let's get rid of this guy. And of course he got to do some like twist, which I didn't know about, like that he got to like drag me with him or whatever. So, it was my fault. I got what I wanted the first and second eviction, but I got drugged.
But here's the thing, Rachel. No matter what show you're on, you always captivate the audience. You always have fans rally behind you, always round it. If Brendon's on, they're rallying around you and Brendon, and also if Elissa's on, they're rallying around you and Elissa. The Reilly family is very influential when it comes to reality television.
Thank you. I mean, for the CBS shows, I think definitely. I mean, I'm still waiting for my call for Survivor. So, you know, if anyone's listening, Mark Brunette.
Yeah, and
Jeff Probst, put me on Survivor. Blood versus water. I want to play against my sister. Brendon's always like, you should play against me. And I'm like, no, I want to play. I think it would be fun to play against my sister. Blood versus water.
I'm in Blood versus Water 3, Survivor.
Right? I would love to do Survivor. And I think this is my opinion too. So if I ever did a Blood versus Water Survivor, I'm always like, okay, this is the thing. Like, if I play with Brendon, I would obviously never, you know, have any, like, I would always keep him in the game, you know, because you were split the money. Like, we're married. So if we win, we both win, right? Either one of us. But with my sister, it's like, okay, you know, game on.
Yeah, I totally get that. So, all right, this is the third and last question. So, what are some of your favorite social media platforms, and why do they stand out?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess I like Instagram because you post your own photos and you can kind of control it a little more, and you get to interact directly with people, so you can like direct message people and kind of, it's almost like you're talking to them. I'm not a TikToker because I just don't get it. I like tried TikTok and I was just really bad at it. Twitter is like a love-hate relationship. I love you can get the news. I hate that you don't know, you can't trust it. I mean, I don't know if it's fake news, real news, whatever. I also like hate sometimes Twitter can be so toxic, but it's like I can go on BB22 hashtag and see like, you know, everything that's going on right away without having to be on the live feeds. And if I don't catch something on the live feeds, I can like totally watch it. But then it's also like, you know, people can be so mean on Twitter.
I get that. And I've noticed that it took multiple house guests and multiple legends like Dan and Derek to say, guys, stop.
Yeah, I mean, and people don't stop. So it doesn't matter. Like, people are still super mean on Twitter.
All righty. I know you get this question a lot, but if you had the opportunity to meet with fans who want to audition for Big Brother season 23, what advice would you share with them?
Honestly, I say every time to win the first HOH, play with your full heart, because if you're playing with your full heart, you know that you're not like, you can't leave and say, well, I didn't try, or I didn't really get a chance to play the game. Even if you're a victim, like going home first week, like if you play with your full heart, you try to win that HOH, you try to win that veto, you know, you try to form the alliances and stay, then you at least know that you tried everything you could, and you never know when they'll bring you back. But if you just go in the house and you're just, you know, on summer vacation, and like, we don't like that as viewers, we don't like that as fans. And so it's like, you know, nobody wants to see someone so many of us want to be on that show. Nobody wants to see anyone just going in the house on summer vacation.
I totally agree. Now, Rachel, where can my audience find you?
On Instagram at Rachel E. Reilly Villegas. On Twitter at Rachel E. Reilly.
Awesome. Now, guys, to download more episodes of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast, head to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Spreaker. And also to subscribe to my social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, Jacob Elyachar. That's Jacob, Jacob Elyachar. And also to visit jakespeak.com for more articles, including interviews with a lot of Big Brother alumni, including our mutual friend, Rob Sesternino.
Yeah, I love Rob.
Yeah, Rob is incredible. And also a lot of Big Brother alums came on. Head to jakespeak.com. Once again, jakespeak.com. Rachel, it meant the world to me that you took time in your schedule to talk with me. I am so honored.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so honored and thrilled to have you. And I really hope this is the beginning of a friendship and also future appearances in the future.
Yay! Crossing fingers, right? You know, like I said, I'm waiting for that Survivor call.
Absolutely, Rachel. Well, everybody, thank you so much for attending to this special edition of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast, and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.
Bye.